Okay. So this section is titled The Politics of War, and the objectives of the section are to explain why Britain remained neutral during the war. That's one objective. Two, to explain Lincoln's motives for establishing the Emancipation Proclamation. And three, the third objective of this section is to identify the political dilemmas facing the North and the South. Okay, so let's get into it. So, at this time, the war has started. It's late 1861, early 1862, and the war has started after Fort Sumter has been taken over by the Confederates. And at this time, the South is looking for an alliance. And many Southerners believe that since European nations like Great Britain and France have been so heavily dependent on cotton for so long, that these countries will support the South. They'll support the Confederacy in their battle with the Union. Wrong. The European nations of Britain and France did not support the South. There were a number of things going on at this time in Europe. For example, one of the big things that was going on is that there was a surplus of cotton in Britain. Britain had stockpiled a whole bunch of cotton, so there was a really large inventory of cotton within Britain before the war started. So they weren't really that concerned about cotton. On top of this, the wheat crop all over Europe was in major decline at this point. So Europeans were more focused on how to get their wheat rather than how to get their cotton. They had enough cotton. They were even starting to import cotton from Egypt and from India. So they had all the cotton that they needed. The reason why I'm telling you this is it totally affected the South. Britain did not want to help the South because they didn't see any need to. A war between the Union and the South would not affect Great Britain. It wouldn't affect any other part of Europe, and everything would be fine. So that is why Britain remained neutral. But as you will see in the next section, things started to change, and Britain started to reconsider its position of neutrality.